What's good mates, Tino here, Italian pal for State of Decay 2 tips with the terrible accent is here back again for another guide. Months ago I made a video about the best weapons in State of Decay 2 and with all the new weapon packs and weapons that got introduced into the game since then. Plus, I haven't included all of the, in my opinion, strongest weapons in that video. I'm proud to present 10 very strong ranged weapons. And this time also with some bounty pack rewards. Especially the newer ones. But before I jump into the list, I would still like to add the Spec Ops SMG like an honorable mention in this list here, because since it's one of my top 3 favorites of all time since I started this game, and despite being part of my old weapon video, I would always put it on top. So we can finally start with the new weapon list, and they're not in any particular order, so keep that in mind. The first one is the Operator M4A1 that carries 50 or actually 51 bullets in a mag, and by the way, from now on I will always say the actual amount of rounds that are in a magazine, so always +1, because there's always 1 in the chamber, so if a weapon carries 30, it actually has 31 rounds, but you get the point. It comes with a standard scope and has all 3 fire modes while needing 5.56mm rounds. If there's one shotgun I really dig for Nightmare and Lethal Zone, it's definitely just the Echo S3 shotgun, especially after update 19, that increased its magazine size from 5 to 7 and made it unbreakable, since pump action shotguns never jam or break, just like revolvers or bows, so yeah, it obviously loads 12 gauge shells and is the only silenced shotgun in the game, since it's an echo weapon. Another weapon that is also an echo weapon is the Echo S4 SMG, since it has a semi-automatic and burst fire mode and loads 31 9mm rounds and comes like any other echo weapon with an integrated silencer. Now you might ask why I chose the SMG instead of the assault rifle, simply because I already put the latter one in my first best weapon video, and 5.56mm rounds are more expensive. Now for the first rifle today I got the SOCOM 2, also one of my solutions for serious cases, since this rifle loads 7.62mm rounds. That means it has a lot of power, it comes with a scope and loads 21 rounds in a mag. The power is at 85% and accuracy at almost 95%, so it's great for concentrated headshots. A recently new addition from the Stay Frosty pack became quickly one of my favorite guns, and I already shared my fanboyism. I know this isn't a word, but since I'm a foreigner to the English language, let's just say I invented that word as a Italian who's a complete stranger to English, so sorry for that. Now I'm talking about the Di Bartini, an unbreakable bolt action rifle that carries 21 7.62mm rounds and was promoted, or I should rather say advertised, as the fastest shooting bolt action rifle, and aside from that, it also has almost max accuracy that is instantly noticeable. Then there was a new solid 9mm loading assault gun added with the Stay Frosty pack as well, named the Samurai SMG, a lightweight assault gun that carries 31 rounds, got all 3 fire modes and has an outstanding accuracy at 90% and control at even 95%. This accuracy and control is so steady with this weapon. Its almost non-existent recoil is almost unrealistic, but hey, it's a game, right? We got to my all-time favorite weapon along with the Spec Ops Vector SMG, and I'm talking about the Danger Dog PPS H41. Pretty long name, so just call it Danger Dog. A 9mm gun that loads 51 rounds in a drum magazine and is modified with an integrated silencer and a scope, and has all 3 fire modes. What do you want more from such a weapon? Trailblazer is another 9mm round weapon, and also one of my favorite, so that makes it one of the best weapons, since that ammo type is even cheaper than 45 caliber. But it's only semi-automatic and loads 31 rounds in a mag, but the weight of this rifle is low at 4.8 pounds, not even 5 pounds, with an advanced suppressor by the way, and coming with a scope, which is a substantial criteria for my choice of weapons. And to finish this weapon up, its accuracy is at 90% and the control at almost 75% peaking. The M4X2 Light is the next, and pretty similar to the Operator M4A1, so it also got all 3 fire modes, needs 5.56mm rounds and got a scope, but carries 101 rounds instead, because it has a drum magazine. The best stats are the 70% of fire rate, 90% accuracy and 80% control, and these are just estimated numbers by myself by reading the stats, but you can also read or see them on screen from my footage. And last but definitely not least, I put the GSGW on the list, a very rare weapon, one of the rarest to encounter. I mean, most players even encountered more prepper AK-47s instead of the GSGW. It's a, like I said, 5.56mm round rifle that is only semi-automatic and loads 31 rounds, but besides those two downgrades, it's solid for concentrated headshot sessions due to its great 95% accuracy, 85% control and high fire rate for a semi-automatic rifle. So yeah, this was the list of my 10, not just favorite weapons, but overall the strongest weapons in this game, especially due to the fact that they are pretty handy, especially for Lethal Zone and Nightmare Zone, because they can all be suppressed if they're not already came with a integrated suppressor. Most of them have a scope, so it's a win-win situation using those guns. And some of them also came with a cheap ammo type, like the 9mm. These are my favorite guns, and also the ones I always recommend. Leave me yours down in the comments. And if you're talking about, hey, you forgot about your 50 caliber rifles. No, I haven't. They're included in the other video. I don't want to repeat myself in this vid. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, have a great day.